Psychic Eyes Guidance. I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for joining me this evening in my channel. I'm back, as you know, with another record. This is another bonus. I'll explain in a moment. I just want to invite in Archangel Michael first. Wow, and I'm getting so many ashes here. Looks really ashy, you guys. It's from the Palo Santo everywhere. Okay. Inviting in Archangel Michael for this read for extra protection, guidance, and love. Only positive energies. If there are any negative, I'm returning to sender. Thank you. Okay. First, remember this is definitely for the collective, okay? It is general. It may or may not resonate with everyone. As always, please take what does, leave behind what does not. Tonight's read in this bonus, as I said in the title, we're taking a look at, there's a full moon coming February 27th, and I can't remember the name of it, which is not far away. I believe today is the 24th. Yes. So taking a look at what's coming, what's in store for each of the elements and zodiac signs for this upcoming full moon, okay? I'm going to take this in fire signs first, and then it will be water signs, and then earth, and then air. So I'm going to do it in elements, okay? So this is not like an hour video. The first deck is my astrology deck, okay? It's the Black Moon astrology cards. So I will definitely be reading these. Some of them, there's a tarot meaning. I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing, but I'm also going to read from the book, okay? Because they're kind of deep, and I just want to see, additional meanings. The second deck, I'm going to do a couple extra cards of the tarot for extra messages or confirmation, and that is the Marchetti Tarot, okay? Another beautiful deck. Anyhow, I'm beginning with all fire signs, okay? When it comes to the full moon, that is coming on February 27th. What is in store? What's coming for all fire signs? Or if there's any advice, okay? Any warnings to heed, okay, anything like that. What do all fire signs need to know for the upcoming new full moon? Excuse me. Again, someone has throat chakra. All right, I'm going to draw 3 in the bottom of the deck. So this was reversed, but bottom of the deck is the Saturn return, okay? These are beautiful cards, by the way. So that is reversed, though, and I don't know. I know kind of what I'm hearing. I feel like blocks that you've had or setbacks are over. When it comes to Saturn return reversed, it's also meaning is age. But let's take a look at it. Okay, this card, their meaning, it is actually the equivalent, I knew it, to judgment, okay? It's the equivalent to judgment. So I feel like with it reversed, with this new full moon coming on February 27th, when it comes to Aries, wow, maybe this is important for Aries, all fire signs, excuse me. I feel like you have took a really long, hard look at yourself and your life, okay? Or are going to, coming into this new full moon. And whatever tips and differences, karma or bad luck, or good or bad, I feel like that's happened in your life. I feel like you've passed judgment on yourself, or you're going to be passing judgment on yourself, and acknowledging your play in it, okay? And where you can stand for improvement. Their meaning, the second Saturn return occurs around age 60. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. There's no more getting ready to live your life. It is time to live it. And be responsible for your own dreams, goals, affairs. If you hold on to things with no basis in reality, your suffering will grow and depression may follow. You cannot escape the truth-seeking energy. You must face it. Okay? So I feel like you're going to be facing a lot of things that you may not have been facing prior to this full moon, okay? As well as acknowledging and passing judgment on yourself and your plight in whatever's happened in your life, okay? When this card is drawn, it will feel as if nothing goes right for you, and you may feel very discouraged. Just as it seems things are progressing, there are obstacles. What this truly is Saturn showing you a part of your life that may not have been based upon anything real. Okay? But this is reversed. I think you've just gone through this and you're realizing this, or will be with the new moon, the full moon, excuse me. Okay. That was trumping energies. Now, the next card in your main card, it's also reversed. This is called the Black Moon Lilith Mystery. Okay? Black Moon Lilith Mystery. Let's see their meaning. And it's reversed as well. So past tense. It's time to be careful. Think of what you might manifest over anger, bitterness, or revenge. What you have worked so hard for may collapse. Astrologically, the Black Moon Lilith represents soul expansion and cosmological awareness, the force in aloneness, and the path of the individual. Black Moon Lilith is a dark goddess. She is a ghost to the moon. As a shift in power and consciousness, she symbolizes destruction before creation. The name Lilith means screech owl or night hag. Okay, so during this full moon, okay, we already saw how you fire signs are going to basically face things that you haven't been, realize what's reality and what's not, start living in the reality, passing judgment on yourself and whatever part or play you had in things that have happened in your life, right? And with the Black Moon Lilith Mystery reversed, also during the full moon, you're going to start thinking more carefully, fire signs, okay? And understand and realize if you do continue in anger or bitterness or revenge when you're manifesting, that's what you're manifesting more of in your life. And things may collapse, okay? It also says you have a feeling you are waiting for something to happen, but you don't have the entire information, so the facts are hidden or mysterious. There may be a tendency to isolate and focus on feelings of revenge. There's a need to stop that. This card indicates a call to wildness, even subversion. Lilith is the evocation of what may or may not be there. She can manifest as madness or self-realization. Lilith represents a refusal to submit. So it is not a good time to give in, even when the path seems a rough one. Okay? So that's also going on. Pretty deep, fire signs. The next card is reversed as well. So what I'm getting with the reversals, okay, is some of this may be past tense, you've already gone through it, or these are the things that you're going to go through when this full moon hits. The second one is Yad, destiny, okay, and it's reversed as well. So let's look at that card. That is 48. Okay, 48, Yad, destiny. It's reversed, but I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. The ancients believed that the Yad was an area of fate in their chart and not a particularly favorable one. Also called the Eye of God or the Finger of God, The Yad is a peculiar astrological configuration in a chart. It's a triangle formed by two planets 6 degrees apart, while both are 150 degrees from a third planet. This creates a thin, pie-shaped aspect. The Yad configuration is linked to the Hebrew alphabet Yad, and is the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which has a mystical implication signifying the omnipresence of God, and often denoting humility because the energy is locked in their triangular configuration. Yad configuration is influential and impulses that there is a disruptive force at work. Okay. When the Yad card presents itself in a reading, it means that the situation may be chaotic or soon turn that way. So unfortunately, this is also what you're going to go through during this full moon, okay? Chaos, possibly at work. It will be hard to see any clear path because of the chaos, but it will be important to weather through it all. This is not always bad because it is a process of finding what works and what isn't functioning. And now will be the time to be scaling things down and weeding out what is unnecessary, okay? This card can denote a time to voyage inward and come to your own truth. So for some of you, you're not facing your own truth, but you will be. Your inner knowledge has it already. It's not the best time to take advice from others. Sometimes when the Yad card turns up, there will be health issues that need to be dealt with and solved before moving forward. It can be an indicative of autoimmune disease, celiac disease, fibromyalgia, thyroiditis, everyday allergies, and other ailments. Although these diseases would not be life-threatening, they could still be crucible of sorts with a need for drastic changes to be made for relief or for symptoms to subside. Most positively, this card means the circumstances are good for achieving your goal, but be prepared for the sacrifices on your part, and not just one, but several. It will not be an easy path, but it is a time to expand your focus. You have a desire for greater awareness which will come through dedication, but practice and adaptability are necessary in making this situation work to fulfill your greater purpose, the one you were born for. All right, so very deep. That card is equal to the Ace of Swords. Okay. Now, your last card, fire signs, before I do the tarot, is upright. Whoops. And it is Saturn Truth. Wow. So, yeah, this is all about, as you see, a lot of things that you are going to be facing, fire signs, and dealing with, and needing to, so there can be forward movement back into your life, okay? So that one is number 6. Again, it is equal to the 3 of Swords. Wow. Okay. I mean, there's heartache, sadness, and disappointment. The Saturn card says that it may feel bad, but it's going to be resolved. Saturn is a planet of the Reaper, the Lord of Karma, and this rainbow planet represents what is tangible and solid in our lives. The Greeks called Saturn Cronus and was the father of Zeus. Saturn is often referred to as the god who ate his own children. Wow, because of the energy of the planet seems to show no mercy. When the Saturn card presents itself, know that you are being challenged. It is time to make it or break it. Life may seem harsh and restrictive. You are facing an enemy who may be yourself. Saturn shows us that at times it is in our better interest not to have those things we want, and that if we were to have them, they could lead us to our destruction. If this is a time of sorrow or hopelessness, realize it's all about diligence, sticking to what you believe in, and adhering to your goals. This is a period in your life that emphasizes toughness and work. It's all about not giving up and following through. Pretty deep, fire signs. Pretty deep there with those cards, okay? So that is what fire signs, if you are a fire sign, that is what you're going to be doing, going through, and accomplishing during the full moon. Just FYI. All right, now I'm just going to draw a few extra cards of the actual tarot just to see if there's any more confirmation or extra messages of anything you need to know that's going to be coming or happening in this full moon, okay? All right, fire signs. Okay, Five of Swords. Five of Swords is reversed, okay? So by doing these things, you're going to get through a lot of conflict with yourself and others, all right? Putting an end to it or actually making it better. But this is a lot of work, but I know you can do it. And once completing this work, okay, there's forward movement. Like we had just said, these things have to be completed in order to have forward movement. But it looks like you're going to get through this and have forward movement as well as healing, okay? And the Page of Cups, you then will start a brand new beginning, a fresh new start, okay? Once you've gone through these things. Wow. Look at that, bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords again. So yeah, triple confirmation there. Oh my gosh. Ace of Wands is below that. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and then Two of Wands. Yes. So you're going to be able to do this, get through it, fire signs. It isn't going to be easy, and yes, it's a lot of work, but you can do it. Okay, that was for all fire signs. Now I'm going to do all of the water signs, okay? So all water signs, I'm asking the exact same thing here. With the new full moon that is coming on February 27th, what do all water signs need to know, or what is coming? What are they going to go through or accomplish during the full moon energies? All right. Water signs. We have Capricorn. I use Jupiter benefits and solar eclipse. Wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck is part of fortune increase. All right. Let's look at the overall energy card trumping on the bottom of the deck first. Okay. It is upright. All right, and it's already in motion. I know we're just a couple days away from the full moon on the 27th, but part of fortune increase. All right, so I feel like abundance is coming in. It may not be the full abundance due to you. It may just be part of it, but here's what we have. In early mythology, Fortuna was the daughter of Jupiter, the god of good luck. She is the Roman goddess of destiny and bounty. The part of fortune is just one of the lots among several used in astrology. However, it is considered the most important one. Lots are also known as Arabic parts, parts. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Western astrology picked up the Arabian and Persian practice of reading lots and horoscope. Lots are used upon mathematical calculations, the distance between 2 points with a degree of the rising sign ascendant added. Okay. Many look upon the part of fortune as moon energy, which means the talents and gifts it endows upon an individual are both nascent and unconscious. It is as if powers are waiting beneath the surface of the water, and when the water is stirred, the action or thought, those talents and gifts emerge. This card is equal to the Ten of Pentacles. I knew it. Yes. When the part of fortune card turns up, in a reading. It means a time when things begin to flow more easily, and you will have your success. But success and how it will come about and how long it will take will very much depend upon the surrounding cards. You may want to take advantage of this time of easy flow to resolve conflicts. It is time to heal that toxic situation which has been so difficult to overcome. Since the part of fortune mostly means gifts, you may want to take another area of study or master another art form. You are more creative and in tune with your imagination as well as your emotions. This card also means that benefits will suddenly be placed in your path. Since fortuna is fate, it will very well seem as if you've just stumbled upon them. So, Ten of Pentacles. This is abundance and money coming in out of nowhere, okay, as if magical. Disagreements are improbable, but if they happen, you will likely take the high road. Another area this deals with is anything to do with public relations and promotion. This is a period of recognition and achievement. Your overall popularity is increasing and some type of recognition is on its way. It is a favorable time for learning, teaching, or taking exams. If your question is regards to romance or any other type of relationship, know that the situation is a fated one. It is meant for both of you to help fulfill each other's calling. This will not be a relationship you can ever move away from easily. Destiny is involved, so together you are called to achieve and master high things that would be more difficult had you not met each other. In this, there will be challenges, even though the love will always remain. All right. That is your trumping energies, which is amazing. The next card, and they're all upright. So I feel like, to where the fire signs had reversed, they were already starting to work on these things prior to the full moon. I feel like with these being upright water signs, these are things you're going to start once the full moon hits, okay, and or go through. So the first one of the main cards for water signs is Capricorn. I use, okay? So Capricorn I use. Let's see. It is equivalent to the Devil card. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Capricorn I use. Water signs, when it comes to this full moon, it is time to focus on your objectives and not let up. Do not give up, okay? Ruled by Saturn, the planet of hard luck, the sign of Capricorn is personified by the goat that climbs the steepest cliffs to gain worldly success. Capricorns are a resourceful sign. There is more ambitious. There is no one more ambitious than a Capricorn. So you're going to be very ambitious, water signs, during this time. They really do want to take the world by the horns. There are more spiritual goats, of course. With them, there are no careless wanderings into fairyland. Okay. When the Capricorn card appears, when the Capricorn card turns up in a reading, it denotes a time of diligence and hard work. So water signs, you're going to have to be diligent, and there's a lot of hard work that you're going to have to do or deal with. There is a gaining in status and reputation at this time. Whether you've toiled over and especially sacrificed for, you are ready for splendid results to be revealed. Keep in mind the gain may be slow and systematic, but they are heading towards something solid and lasting. You're about to meet all of the right people who will back you and your goals. Some may be greater in status than you, but they will show you the ropes or support you in more substantial ways. By all means, do not lose them. Capricorn is a sign of drive and ambition. Therefore, you may feel more driven than usual. In essence, this card is saying to put childish things away and take responsibility. Go for what you want in a systematic way, but beware of looking back and staying in the shadows. It's time to unleash your talents upon the world. Do not let up. Do not give up. Go out on a limb. If there's a question, if your questions to do with romance and relationships, then these may take on a more serious tone. Matters should grow deeper and more committed. It could be that one partner is older, higher in social rank, or will be a guide or teacher to the other. It may also mean one is more serious than the other. Since Capricorn is a methodical earth sign, your outcome may progress gradually, unfolding at its own pace. You won't be able to rush matters. Everything must happen its own time, not yours. Okay. So hard work, but there is going to be recognition, okay, and possibly climbing ranks in your life, work, job, career. It's not going to be handed to you, you know, it's going to be hard work, but well worth it. All right, water signs, your second card that's also upright is Jupiter return benefits. Wow, yes. I mean, that's the return of benefits from your hard work, but let's see. 49. Okay. Jupiter return benefits. A Jupiter return occurs every 12 years. Okay. This makes the time the largest and most expansive of the planet's return to original place of when you were born. Turning up the Jupiter return card indicates a period when doors are open to you and obstacles are lifted. Yes. You are given the freedom to advance your goals with absolute abandon. It suggests you will soon be entering a time where you encounter less resistance and life should flow much easier. Awesome. That is like the triple confirmation on easier flow. The Jupiter return card is the green light that gives you the go-ahead. All paths are now clearing, and you are to take the ultimate advantage of this. Goals or plans you started more than a decade ago will begin to bear fruit, and either right now or at least very soon. Something very good is about to emerge from the debris of the past. It could be a thing you felt you lost, or something that you did not work out exactly as you hoped. It may even be a plan you have forgotten about that once again comes into your life to make some remarkable changes and advances. In short, the Jupiter return card implies good fortune and prosperity in many areas, not just financial or material. Awesome, water signs. And that card is equal to, in the Tarot, yes, the Chariot, forward movement. Okay. The last one, I'm going to have to look at this because I did look at this one earlier. Solar eclipse, okay? Revolution. All of these cards are pretty positive and on the same point. This one, let's see. Solar eclipse, okay? Revolution. This card, okay, makes sense. This card spells out change. It is equal to, okay, Two of Wands. Partnership, coming together, partnerships, okay? This card spells out change. Eclipse, both solar and lunar, are the earliest forecasting tools used in astrology. The solar eclipse occurs during the new moon, which we are still, just coming out of, when the sun and the moon are in opposition but perfectly aligned. For a brief time, the moon obscures the sun, blocking it from view. In essence, this is a blackout. It means we must focus on what is directly in front of us. Usually a change or a shock is in store, which may not be welcomed, but is necessary to move forward. When the solar eclipse card turns up in a reading, you can expect swift changes and the end of one chapter and starting a new one. You may have felt something would eventually happen, not having recently paid much attention to the situation. Then you're presented with a shock or a jolt, and you're reading over the sudden change. Reeling. This upheaval takes away what has been familiar and safe, so you can embark on the new territories or even venture to a strange new terrain. But it will be daunting. Okay, so all of this makes perfect sense together, water signs. There are big changes coming. You're being forced, you know, to work hard, be diligent, but there's also rewards and recognition here as well, and good fortune coming in. But you're also being forced, it sounds like, to face anything from the past that you have not faced, and it's going to kind of come in like a shake-up, okay? It's going to reel you, but nothing you cannot get through. So that was for water signs. Now, some extra confirmation cards in regards to this with the tarot. All water signs, any extra confirmation or, additional confirmation or extra messages. Thank you. All right. Okay, Queen of Swords, the Knight of Cups reversed, and the Ace of Wands. So, bottom of the deck, definitely some forward movement, quite a bit of forward movement with this work you're doing, and as well, healing and spiritual growth, okay? Some of you not, making decisions, and if you're single, alone or lonely, you will not be anymore, but this also signifies at least ninefold coming in. With the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from any negativity, okay, and you're walking towards positive energies. In your main read here, the main cards, the Queen of Swords, cutting away anything in your life that no longer serves you, okay, in a positive light, which makes perfect sense with what you're doing up here. The Ace of Wands, gifts being given to you, especially due to your hard work, determination, faith. Also, this is the passion being returned back to your life, okay? And lastly, the Knight of Cups. This is communication. Possibly some of you communicating with your person or your love or a twin flame, professing how you feel and wanting a second chance, okay? Offering your full cup of love here. Okay, that was water signs. We've already done fire. Next, earth signs. All right, we have the earth and air, and I'm sorry, this is taking a bit. All earth signs. Okay, what is coming, or what will earth signs go through, or what do they need to know during this next full moon, okay, of February 27th. Okay, earth signs, and I am earth, so I'm excited. I hope it's good. Wow, it's kind of like practice playing earlier, and I picked up one of the same cards when I asked about Taurus. Wow. Okay, so bottom card, which is trumping. Oh my gosh. I've been doing one. Wow, look at this. On the very bottom of the deck, earth signs, Scorpio, I transform. So a lot of transformation. Venus, which is love, especially when it comes to love or love connections. But the top one, void of course, moon, missing. All right, 52. I think this is possibly something crappy missing you. But let's see. Their meaning, that's number 52. Okay, it is equal to, where is it? Okay, void of course, moon, missing. Equal to the Eight of Cups, yes. Walking into positive energies here, avoiding the negative. All is not as it seems. The void course of the moon card can be daunting. It may not be a good or appropriate time to answer your question. As it is now, the results may not be what you want. What is the void of course moon? The moon travels through the entire zodiac in 27.5 days. There is a moment when the moon makes its last major aspect before leaving one sign and entering the next. It's as if the moon has gone to sleep. Her wisdom is being withheld until she moves into a sign and the moon begins a new chapter or story. The unusual axiom for starting things on a void of course of moon is nothing will come of the matter. Matters will not go as you planned. In fact, most of the time it will end up far worse than you planned. You have been caught blissfully unaware. You've missed something or you weren't paying close enough attention, but you won't be able to set the situation right at the current time. This card says to stay still and stay as you are. Take no action at the current time. Wait for the storm to pass over. It is time to be patient and allow matters to settle before beginning anew. Allow the matter to resolve on its own without your help, work, or interference. Don't bail anyone out or make any loans currently because it's unlikely you will be repaid. A void, of course, moon can be used to your benefit. So keep this in mind when this card shows up in a spread. For instance, you can work on something you really don't want. You can interact with persons you don't really want to become a fixture in your life. Embarking on anything new or untried will tend to go wrong. In other words, when the void of the moon, course moon card presents itself in a spread, if you agree to plans you don't really want to come about, it will very likely that they will not come about. However, meditation and any type of psychic or spiritual effects will work out better when the void of course card turns up. It's a good time to dream and even make plans, just do not act upon them yet. Okay, so what I am getting here, especially with the last cards here, it's not time to act, okay, when it comes to love, a twin flame, or a love connection, okay? It's going to work itself out, so there's no action you need to take during this full moon. There will be transformation and change, okay? I also feel like when I got this card that what I was hearing is that you actually missed something, meaning there was something negative coming your way, but it changed course and it missed you, earth signs. Thank God. Okay, main cards. What is coming, and this is reversed. So I feel like this is probably something that's coming in during the full moon, but I have the air element communicating, okay? And that's reversed because I feel like that's going to be happening or emerging with the full moon, okay? Let's see. 39. Think it over first. Put some mental effort into it before you put your talk into action. Be logical, sort it out. The air element is about being objective and becoming mentally inspired. When the air element card presents itself in a reading, it's time to put into words what you want, what you desire, and what you expect. Okay, earth signs? The good news is some issues you've been working on at the current time and possibly from the past are now being resolved. You're able to face them without pretense, but most importantly with honesty. Air is all about being quick on your toes, how curious you are, and how ingenious. Air also gives us the power to apply our energies in diverse ways. It's all about being spontaneous in the moment and landing on your feet, and where you are able to approach things with precision and sharpness. This is also about freedom, now to take a new path. Air signs look young, so this card is all about feeling young, looking at things anew, and having energy and being young. If your question is about relationships or romance, sometimes someone may not be willing to commit as much as the other at this time. It is possible that they are embarrassed or not as comfortable about sharing emotions as the other. So the air element card can mean there is a type of impasse in a relationship. It can become a type of weighing all of the angles and odds and being unable to reach a direction. But this will only be a temporary matter. You can expect travel in the near future when this card comes up, and it should be a major trip, not a trip that might be routine. It will take planning, and air travel may be involved. Ideally, this card indicates the powers of manifestation, the magic of mind and thought bringing ideas into being. What you think might be can happen. So guard how you think, especially careful as the words you choose. To spell a word, that is to say a word, is to cast a spell. The ancients knew the words held magic within them. So do thoughts. If nothing else, the air element indicates that your mind and words have power. Use them well. Again, this is the Ace of Swords, original tarot. So, yes, some major communication as well coming through, like a breakthrough, okay, with the new moon, full moon, excuse me. Second card is Grand Trine Blessing. Yes. Okay. Grand Trine Blessings. Their meaning... their meaning of the Grand Trine Blessing. A Grand Trine is when three planets aspect each other at 120 degrees. The planets will usually be in signs of the same element. A Grand Trine is considered to have an easy flowing energy, either in the natal chart or by transit, and can be an incredibly lucky aspect. Okay? When the Grand Trine card presents itself in a spread, be assured you are entering a time of easy flow. Thank God. Or that at least many of the impediments you're experiencing are being lifted. This speaks of a period of harmony and ease that may inspire you to take the path least resisted. But it is best that you keep your eye on the prize and not let go of your original purpose. Do not leave it on a shelf. There is a possibility that the success may be lost if you do. On the other hand, this is a time where you can expect yourself to be in the right place at the right time. What may seem like a lucky break stems from the wants and desires you have been consistent about. It isn't, however, time to coast. You must continue to give a little more effort in order to keep that wheel of fortune turning. Also, don't pass up an opportunity that may fly by. Not every one of them will be right for you, but a few will facilitate your coursing a flowing river of success. When it comes to love, the Grand Trine card turns up. Your existing relationship should improve. Your social popularity will increase. And if single, you're about to meet a person, or have already, who will be a true partner, not only supportive of you and your success, but someone who will help advance in your goals. It could indicate meeting up with your perfect mate, but this would only be as long as both of you are willing to nurture the relationship. If not, it will be an overall good relationship, just short term. It's an excellent time to apply for a loan or ask for a raise or expand in terms of finances and career strategies. Awesome. That is equal to temperance. Yes, forward movement again and healing. Okay. The third card is reversed, but I will show you. It's Aquarius. What a beautiful card. Aquarius, I know. Okay. And that's reversed. And their meaning for Aquarius, I know. Expect to be tested and shown waves of the future. Ruled by the planet of sudden insight, Uranus, but in earlier times Saturn, the planet of wisdom, Aquarius tends to have a natural aptitude for genius. Even those that are not genius are able to collect facts and knowledge far beyond the scope of those other signs. Because of their vast intelligence, it doesn't take Aquarius long to see that they are superior to intellect to most people. This gives them a certain disdain over anything they view as common or ordinary. As seers into the future, Aquarius are ahead of the game and have accurate visions of the way things will be. This is why the sign of Aquarius rules science fiction and anything brand new. In reality, Aquarians see waves of future in a way the rest of us cannot. So we are doing this, Earth signs. Aquarians can be very stubborn in their views. Even those views appear off the wall to others, they will fight long and hard just to have the freedom to stay weird. They will fight for the rest of us as to stay weird as well. Okay. This is equal to the Star card. This is amazing, Earth signs, which is, again, forward movement, healing, spiritual growth, and being on the correct path. If the Aquarius card presents itself in a reading, you could be assured friends and family alliances are about to help you achieve your goals. It's possible you are to meet a group of people or become involved in an organization that will support you in unusual plans and ideas. It may be like a family group, but the emphasis will be placed primarily on the ideas of the crowd. If you consider yourself the idealist Pied Piper at the front of your group, you may be finding yourself dealing with persons from an exotic or dissimilar background, those of a different authenticity, tongue-tied, or culture than yours, from which you will learn greatly. Transgender people and cross-dressing may possibly mean something in your world right now. You will acquire different concepts and approaches through these dealings with which are changing you. In the upcoming months, traveling too far away, exotic places is likely a factor in. With this card choice, you're likely to be mastering something new and untried, which will lead you to a greater awareness and success. Amazing. I think that's amazing, Earth signs. So that's the deep of it for Earth signs now. Whoops. Ah! Yeah, that was crazy. Sorry. I had cards flying, Earth signs. Okay. So now I'm just asking for, like the other elements, a few extra cards, either extra confirmation or messages regarding the same thing that's coming, what to know, what to expect for all Earth signs during the full moon that's coming on February 27th. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we have the, okay. Trumping, oh my God, it's amazing. Earth signs, death, reversed. Big changes and transformation, okay, in your life. The Hanged Man was reversed, so no longer being tied up, confused, and issues in life. The Chariot, forward movement in all aspects in life, possibly union with a twin, being on the correct path, the Sun, happy outcome, okay? The return of happiness. Main cards, wow. Big changes of the world. Old cycles ending, okay? Everything coming full circle. New cycle beginning. The Fool, brand new beginnings and fresh new starts in more than one area, but especially your pentacles. Work, job, career, business, and money. This is tenfold, Earth signs. I think that was amazing. Okay. This has been a very long video. Sorry, guys. We have one more. Wow. Air signs. All air signs. I'm asking the exact same thing. Wow, you guys, we are going on like 42 minutes. I'm sorry. But These are very deep cards. Okay. The air signs. You are my last element. So, when it comes to all air signs, I'm asking the exact same thing. With the new full moon coming on February 27th, what to expect? Okay. What do they need to know? What are they going to go through or learn? Thank you. All right. Air sign. My air signs. 3 cards. Unfortunately, it so far seems like the fire signs are going through quite a bit during this full moon. But for the better. Okay. Bottom of the deck, air signs, okay? The first card we have is the Cancer, okay? Cancer card reversed, I feel, all right? So, I know what I'm hearing, but I want to see what their meaning is because, like, these are so deep. I don't know if you've listened to the rest, but, or prior. So this card is equal to the moon card, okay? So water energies, Cancer, Pisces possibly, but Cancer, I feel, and it's reversed. Overall trumping energies. Rely upon the wisdom of what you feel right now, okay? So during this full moon, you're being guided to rely upon your emotions, okay, and what you're feeling. Individuals born under the sign of Cancer are mysterious and alluring, just like the ruler of the moon, a solitary orb that floats alone in the sky, yet is still very much in sight. Cancers have a depth of feeling not easily seen, as if the deepest parts of the ocean fathoms below the surface, but where there is great power. Cancers are resilient, endure much, and can overcome just about anything, which seems peculiar because they are so sensitive. When the Cancer card presents itself in a reading, you can be assured emotions are high. You may want to withdraw, or you may be dealing with someone who is withdrawn or depressed at this time. There's feelings of being contented to the unseen world, or connected, to the unseen world, and this includes the world of ghosts and spirits. This card can indicate inherited psychic abilities and even witch blood. There is a typhoon of power behind Cancer's strong feelings, but it can also mean you are in sync with other people's emotions. You'll instinctively know what to do at this time. There is sensitivity and emotional closeness indicated. If your question is about love, it may be a secret or involve bonded souls, as with a mother and child. This card can also mean that family or domestic issues need to be addressed. A mother or maternal figure is also indicated by this card. Women may figure prominently, women's issues and how women get along. The sign of Cancer is known for good memory and for the ability to hold on to the longest, either positively or negatively. So although it will be hard to overlook any slights at this time, forgiveness is the best response. Right now, your mood may be changeable, just like the moon's phases throughout the month, and you may want to hide and withdraw from hurt and pain. Okay. So that is your overall trumping energy, air signs. The next card is reversed as well. It's Neptune Sacrifice, okay? And that is reversed. So Neptune Sacrifice. I'm wondering if that's equal to Strength because of the messages I'm hearing. No, it is actually equal to the Seven of Cups. Mystery, confusion, enchantments. With the Seven of Cups or Neptune Sacrifice, you're being directed into an error which may feel like it is unknowable. Surrounding to the mystery I'm sorry, surrendering to the mystery may work best now. Dreams, film art, disappointment, and revere all fall under the relationship of Neptune. Refusing to look at what's real or simply being unable to, as well as seeing enemies as friends and vice versa, are all traits brought on by this watery planet. This is a time where some may try to manipulate with their crisis and rescue cycles. Exhausting of boundaries and confusion, where some may orchestrate their victimhood. Be very certain that the victim is not you. Neptune is a place of beauty which is ethereal and not as easily reached. Neptune is inspired visions coupled with nebulous thinking. Neptune represents glamour, the word glamour coming from the French word grimoire and connected to the word grammar, meaning to create magic or to cast a spell. This card indicates poetry, music, art, and psychic mediumship, but also nebulous thinking. When it shows in a reading, any words spoken or promises given are either poetry from the gods in higher realms or words which may be lies. But more positively, these may be messages from spirit or the tapping into your own higher awareness. With the Neptune card, it will be difficult to get to the bottom of the issue. You may see the smoke and mirrors, find yourself engulfed in nefarious mist with blame cast on the wrong person or reason. With this card, you want to be absolutely clear and out front with everything. Neptune represents our link to the all and governs the last sign of the zodiac. Pisces is connected to everything past, present, and future. Neptune shows there will be vulnerable and also where we want to escape in. There are opposites in all higher things. Love can become porn stars. Revere becomes drunkenness, and dreams turn into nightmares. Unfortunately, Neptune represents self-destructiveness and self-sabotage. So be very careful of these things, air signs, okay? It is, like I said, 7 of Cups. So it's going to also lead to a lot of choices and decisions that need to be made. Your next card of what is going to happen or what's going on or FYI for, the full moon on February 27th is the 6th house of routine. Okay? That is card 30. I feel like I'm hearing it's the mundane and routine that you're desiring a change in routine, air signs, during this time. But, okay, the 6th house routine. You must change your usual ways of looking at things. The 6th house is ruled by the mutable sign Virgo and the planet Mercury. In the horoscope, it is the area of routine and everyday life. This house reminds us what we should do to maintain good health. And in this, diet figures in. Anything that comes under alternative health or various approaches to strengthening the body and supporting a healthy lifestyle all fall under the category of the 6th house. It is all about duty, responsibility, gainful employment. It shows how hard you work, how organized you are, and how much you worry and what you do on a daily basis, 9 to 5 basis. This is why it is also looked upon as the house of the job, how you earn a living as an everyday citizen. When this card turns up, a job change is possible. When the 6th house card presents itself in a reading, an important thing to consider is your state of health. Medical appointments, buildings such as hospitals, health centers may figure into your reading. For your future plan to progress smoothly, you must be strong in body. An area to look at closely is your diet. It's time to pay attention to the small particles rather than the larger picture. The larger picture cannot develop without the minute details. You may find yourself worrying over little matters, which is exhausting. Visits to libraries, schools may somehow assist you in your plans. It is important to be analytical in your endeavors, as they may come unraveled and not turn out the ideal way you want. Perfection is not necessary to success. Completing what you start is more important. However, the sixth house card does suggest you insist on quality and usefulness. You may find yourself critical at this time of others, or will seem to be critical of you. Okay, so that is your second card, air signs. And your third one is reversed, okay? The ninth house, faith, okay? Ninth house, which is faith. And what does that one say? That meaning is, obstacles are being lifted, okay? The ninth house is astrology. In astrology is the house position for the sign Sagittarius, and is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of openness, luck, and expansion. The ninth house represents a search for meaning through established structures. Things to do with government, religion may come about wherever the ninth house is included, or whenever, excuse me. Destiny, fate, and karma will all come into play, as well as your view of what God may or may not be. In this house of erudite knowledge, higher learning, lawyers, doctors, and astrologers, it is most definitely of higher mind and our need to unite with something greater. In this way, the ninth house represents churches, schools, especially ones that are old, established, and scholarly. Since it's the opposite, the third house of communication and writing, the ninth house represents publishing and influences through the written word. It speaks of a form of written ideas and concepts, also of joining a particular, a reputable literary world. Sorry guys, I'm getting tongue-tied. The ninth house also represents esoteric matters like psychics, psychic fairs, the new age, gatherings, or places where offbeat people gather together for some visionary cause. It also represents the relevance of obtaining psychic information. With this card, it is time to consider your impeding plans in the broadest terms. It means you will have to go outside of your ordinary life to achieve your goals. Long-distance travels, journeys, and voyages to unknown places may figure in regarding your question. The most mundane meaning behind the ninth house card is traveling to distant places. Usually when this card appears, the reason is for knowledge or for broadening of understanding. There is a desire to visit places of arcane wisdom and knowledge where you can accept the history behind the area to be very well documented. Occasionally, this card indicates a temporary disconnect from close family where you depart from your known life into another one as a pilgrim or a seeker. If your question is about love, one or the other person needs freedom. There won't be commitment anytime soon. In short, this card indicates that you are about to depart on an important journey. It may be outward voyage, it may be inward excursions. Either way, you will be changed through the process. This card has to do with what has been tried and tested, what is already established. No matter how expansive or broad-minded, it will be rooted in the traditional. This is also the Three of Wands. Moving forward in plans and partnership. Wow, you guys, I'm sorry, but this has been it is an hour long, and I am very tongue-tied, so forgive me with my lack of pronunciation, but I was just getting very tongue-tied from so much reading. This has been a very long video. All right, air signs. I will finish up with your 3 cards from the tarot deck. For any extra confirmation or communication or messages, okay? All air signs during this, full moon. Okay, all right. Bottom of the deck. Dang it. There's some sort of choice that you're going to be making with the 2 of Pentacles reversed. This could be a choice between 2 people, 2 things, or 2 situations, okay? But either way, you're going to be making that decision. And it may cause conflict or heartache, okay? Or stress. But in your main cards, sorry, air signs, there's some sort of deception here with the 7 of Swords, okay? But I feel like you're moving away from it with the Ace of Swords. There's a breakthrough of communication. You're able to move away from these deceptive energies or thoughts of what you think it is. And with the 6 of Swords, moving away from those toxic energies into more positive, okay, during that full moon. All right, this has been a very long video. I really hope you have enjoyed. I put a lot of work into this one. Again, this has been what is coming for all signs, elemental-wise, when going into this new full moon, February 27th. As always, if you'd like to schedule a private paid read, please message me. Until next time, love and light. Namaste.